So today's video is going to be about comparing four strokes I have. 3 of these are fuel injected, one's carbureted, and the 2 other bikes I have in storage. So these are what I have in my garage now, and I figured I'll compare how they all ride in the snow for some maybe tight technical riding maybe, and some less traction situations. So here we have a 2009 YZ450f. It's got electric start and kickstart. This is a 2015 Husqvarna FC 350. It's got a 366 Athena bore on it with a custom tune. This is a 2010 Husaberg FX450. So it's the cross-country type bike. It's a 450. And this is a Yamaha YZ450. So all of them have electric start except this guy, and all of them have fuel injection except the Yamaha. So we'll see how they all start in this cold weather. I have a feeling the 350 will struggle the most, because I kind of was messing with the throttle position sensor to get it a little rich, because I like running my bikes a bit rich. So we'll see. So for this 250, I usually give it like 5 squirts of the accelerator pump. I pull the choke, and so maybe a few more squirts, 3 more. Starts real easy. Let it warm up. For this guy, I've just had more luck without pulling that cold start. Let's see. Guy, I don't need to do anything. It's in the default map. I usually give it a little crank, some fuel squirting, right? It's cold, so let that fuel evaporate, and now I'll crank again. There you go. So give it a little bit of cranking, that fuel will evaporate, and then let it fire up. For this bad boy, I usually have to pull the choke, and that's about it. Nothing else. Doesn't have a kickstand, so I gotta do this guy. One, 2, 3. So they're all warming up. Let's see. So they're all pretty cold. So what I'm going to do is turn off. I'm going to start with the Yamaha. This is a little cold. When I come back, I should be able to turn off the other bikes and just take one of the bikes. Okay, start with the Yamaha. So it has a slightly milder tune on it. Maybe not enough. Yeah, gotta be careful, the pipe's right there. This one's got a milder tune using the power tuner. So let's see. Feels pretty light. Feels extremely light for a 450. I'm pretty sure it feels a lot lighter than my Husaberg. That's the comparison here. So obviously I'm in first gear. The first gear is quite tall, but it's a really good woods bike. I could lug it. So I could lug this bike. Let's try to do the same kind of route on all bikes. So second gear throughout. Just lugs, no problems in second gear. You could even lug in third gear. So back to first. Very easy bike to manage, honestly, like very easy. So quite impressed by how light the bike is. And the power tuner, you could pretty much map this bike to whatever you want it to be. So quite happy. Let's go check out the temperature on the other bikes. Good one. Yeah, just warm. I'm gonna kill it. We'll come back to it. Oh, I shouldn't have killed it. This one's warm. Definitely kill it. And this one, no way to check. And the kill. Where's the kill on this? Almost forgot how to kill this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. So next up is a Husaberg. Warm enough. Feels a little taller than the Yamaha. The seat a lot flusher. The motor power is not as snappy as the Yamaha. It's a lot more cushioned, softer power delivery. And let's see. thing I can feel the mass centralization. The engine's mass is just between my legs. I can really feel it. Compared to the Yamaha, I can feel the mass being so central. Like it's a heavier bike. I can feel that it's a heavier bike, but I also feel like all that mass is between my legs. Like I can throw the bike around. What I mean is I can tell that is a front to back, that inertia, but between my legs it feels like I'm having all the weight underneath my legs. So let me see if I can remember the route. Yeah, I still feel the YZ was easier, but the clutch on this one is a lot lighter. So the first gear on this is a lot shorter than the YZ. The second gear on this might kind of feel like the first gear on the YZ450. So the front end is a lot lighter on this bike. The front end on the YZ feels a lot heavier. So I'm on second gear. This one lugs like really good. Like, so second gear, no problem in lugging. So back to first. From a turning standpoint, I feel the YZ turned a lot better. This one likes to slide. The front end is not gripping as much. I don't know if it is the tires or the weight balance. The front end on this likes to slide a little bit more than the YZ. Now these bikes will be a lot different when there is no snow. So we'll do a similar comparison. Yeah, the front end doesn't want to like stick. It just wants to like slide around, you know. The YZ definitely wanted to like stick. So I'm having to like fight the fact that the front end wants to slide underneath me, which means I have to be more on the back, my weight on the back. So if the front does slide, okay, let's go. Oh, the power is so manageable, so manageable. But if I have to choose now in the snow, I feel a lot more comfortable on the 450 YZ. I thought it might be different, because this is like the Husaberg is supposed to be like a mild mannered bike, and it is, but I still have to give it to the YZ. So sorry Berg. So now this is all stock, just a pipe. Maybe the pipe came with the bike, I don't know, probably not. So this is not stock. It has a recluse clutch, auto clutch, which helps with the stalling that these normal 350s have. They have like the flame out problem. So this is a light bike, extremely light. It feels light. It feels like a mountain bike. It's slow, and I just love the fact how it feels when you ride it. And the engine just revs so crisply, you know. Okay, let's go. And it's so snappy. You can tell it's extremely snappy. I've geared it down a little bit for this kind of like riding, but the rear end slides so easily because the power is so snappy. But because I have the recluse auto clutch, I don't have to technically use my clutch, but I'm in the habit of using it regardless. So this feels more like a trials bike to me. Like the geometry, going to second gear because the first is a little short. So this one wants to brake. It wants to play. Like it wants to brake traction all the time. Like the back end, it wants to just like let go. Even with the recluse, and the reason is the power is so snappy. It wants to like come, boom, you know. So So which means you gotta like feather the clutch, feather the, oh yeah, that back end just like slid completely. So completely different bike. I'm in second, now I have to be in third because of the gearing that I have chosen for this. Going to third, and I feel in the snow the 450 YZ felt most comfortable. So in tricky conditions so far, I've been more happy with that. And this feels very lively. So I think if I had a lot of grip, I would have loved this bike, but unfortunately I don't have a lot of grip, and I gotta, so this is more like a two-stroke feel. All my weight is on the front, just the geometry, and I had to tap. I don't know if I'm in second or third gear, most likely. So now I'm in first. So this one wants to turn a lot and a lot quicker, like a two-stroke. The bike is very light, and I'm kind of finding it very hard to control the bike, to be honest. So I don't know if it's because my hands are freezing now. Yeah, that's when I completely slid out. And let's see. I'm glad I put the recluse on this because it does have a tendency to flame out. Yeah, the throttle control on this is not easy. It just wants to constantly, so right now I'm in gear, I can let go, see? So that's a recluse clutch. Anyway.